Hey guys, it's Boney here, your favorite Deadlock main, and in this video I'll break down my thought process on how a high elo player uses Deadlock. So in this clip here, we're all pushing down C-side on Lotus because we have a killer ult. I know Cypher likely has trips somewhere, so I let my entries go in first so I don't die. I spot Cypher fighting a teammate and take him out. After I get the kill, I immediately throw down my wall CT as to cut anyone trying to get onto site. I hear shots waterfall, so I ult it, but I miss. However, this gives us good info that they're all likely grouping up waterfall. I place my sonic sensors on choke points just to make it a bit more awkward for them to retake, as they will run right into a stun. Race dies close waterfall, so I go to take over the control of it, so they can't completely surround us. This is going to be quite a tricky situation. The enemies still expect me to be close backside, and I know Skye will likely flash for info, so I just wait a little bit until I'm sure she has her flash out to make it only one gun against me. I hear my trip get activated, so I know Omen is close CT. I then quietly reposition as to give him 5 different angles to worry about. Then I just wait for him to step and swing off it. Easy kill. So in this clip, the enemies are in an eco round, so they will likely 5-stack push something to try to get a weapon. Knowing this, I throw down my wall super early main, so I can go help out Skye Ard if needed. Since I don't hear anything A main, I decide to check to see if there's anybody art. Lol. I hear a lot of people pushing mid towards art, so I decide to regroup behind cover as to not get swarmed by a million classics. Now, with the weapon advantage I have, I simply peek behind cover, making sure to switch positions after every single kill. Nice. Bro, it's eco frags. What do you expect me to do, bro? Granite lineups are by far the best way to use the grenade on attack, as it sets up your team for an easy first blood. This lineup hits all of screens. Someone baited for the Gecko to push pillar, so I used my ult to catch the guy who baited for Gecko off guard, essentially isolating Gecko alone with only a judge left. Viper mollies him off pillar, and then it's basically just game over for him. Our teammate calls B-Link, so I swing out with the Viper to get him.
Think.
Now, since we haven't seen Omen all side, he's probably late flanking, so I turn my attention to top B long. Flank. Viper dies here, but Omen doesn't know where I am, so I just play around pillar, waiting for him to pass me. After he passes me, I now have the easiest kill in the world. Nice. GG. Just let me cook, bro. Deadlock is insanely good at stopping hard pushes. Here, the enemy's fast pushing A side with only me on site. I hear Race Satchel pass me and land heaven. I kind of whiff, so now I have to reposition. Always reposition if you have the option to, as any minor advantage you can get is a positive. I hear Omen ult elbow, so I turn my attention to him, without exposing myself from A main. I then isolate and kill Skye using screens as cover as to not get traded by Race, because I know he's close elbow somewhere. Then, I simply ult him, and there we go, one push stopped. Deadlock is by far one of the best agents you can have on pistol round defense. She can throw down her wall, which basically forces the enemies to dump their entire mag in order to push aside. This also gives your team enough time to rotate onto side, and it is also insanely good at isolating enemies. This is the reason I'm able to get the ace here on pistol round, as every single enemy was isolated from their team. In this clip, I want you to pay attention to how long I actually sit in the smoke and when I choose to peek out based on the sounds I hear. So our team has planted spike, but both of them die on side. So now I'm left in a 1v2 smoked off in A main. If I peek out immediately, they'll just both crossfire me and most likely kill me. So I wait for one of them to push towards the spike so they can defuse it. And then I peek so I can have an even fight against the Cypher. After I kill Cypher, I immediately start moving to throw off Brimstone's aim. That way he can't trade me. Then I just wait for him to walk into my crosshair. Skye has flashed deep B long every single round on the fence, so I ask Harbor to cascade it so we can push deep without her flash spotting us. However, he doesn't really understand the difference between cascade and cove, and uses the wrong one, but it still works anyways. If you're pushing B long on bind and the enemies have a sky, always play anti-flash or ask your teammate, as it's a very common flash and it gives them a lot of value. Now, I hear Sky flashing hookah, so I stopped playing anti and instead started playing with Harbor. Now, as we are currently smoked off and the enemies probably have at least 3 people on site, I asked my team if we can rotate, as rotations on bind are one of the keys to success on this map.
We can rotate if you guys want to.
But instead, they get caught off guard by a race TP, so we didn't have to try to go back to TP to trade them. After we get the trade on race, the enemies will likely think we're going to go A. So I big brain and fake the rotation. Now, there's most likely only one person on B side. And if we kill him, we get a site.
It's not good.
After we get the kill, I quickly wall CT, but I get caught off guard by this guy. However, he manages to miss, so I simply just pick him off. If you have side as Deadlock, always place your sonic sensors to make it a pain in the butt for the enemies to retake.
I think he's an A player.
Yeah, probably.
So it might be.
Now, my Harbor gets picked off, but Cypher doesn't know where I am. And he has to destroy the wall, and he's gonna walk straight into my trip. So I simply just play the waiting game in an off angle.
Nice.
Bro, you just know everything with Deadlock. I don't understand.
In bonus rounds, it's always important to maintain the gun advantage, and therefore play very passive as to not give the enemies any opportunities to grab guns. I said this early in the round to them, however, they somehow managed to give away the Phantom we had and 2 Spectres. Now it's left for me to fix this. So, how do we fix it? Well, we grab control of site before they can and catch them rotating on the site. This leaves a little window where I can catch them off guard and potentially win us the round. And you know me, I have to style on the last guy with a little deadstone 1-tap. There you go, enjoy.
Somebody come be with me. Let's try to take main control.
If you have your ultimate available with Deadlock, picking early fights and gaining map control is often very underrated and can lead to some quick rounds as long as you communicate to your team to push. That way, the enemies will get pinched into one spot, essentially giving your team the entire map to play on.
One more.
Whoppa. I wanted to test this type of video to see if you guys like them. If you did, let me know in the comments and let me know if I should change something in the video to make it better. Also, remember to subscribe and thanks for watching, guys. I love you all.